in 2024, the most common way that people consume media is through streaming or other digital means. And it makes sense because, I mean, it is so easy, fast, and accessible to everybody. And while I do use streaming quite often and do like streaming things, um, I also like to collect physical copies of media, especially my favorite media. And I kind of want to go over today why I do like to still collect physical media and today in 2024 when it's the big digital era that we're in. We've been in it for a little while now, but um, yeah, I just wanted to go over that today. And my channel has gone over physical things before, mostly it's music, but want to go over some other things that I own here as well. And I guess I'll start out by saying what really kind of got me more into like interested in physical music and just physical media in general was actually when I started reading again when I was in high school. Just reading just for fun because I just my angsty teenager self, like I don't like to read, I don't want to read, but I kind of around senior year or so I decided I wanted to start reading again. Just remembered that I enjoyed it so much. And yeah, there was like lots of ways that I could have read books online or just like on my phone or whatever, but I honestly always just loved having the physical book in my hand. And that's still true to this day. I don't really like reading things on my phone much. Makes my head hurt, and just on the computer, any type of like light and stuff. I feel like I could see myself using like an old-fashioned Kindle, old-fashioned, not that they're that old in the grand scheme of things, but I feel like one of the first models where it's just like actually reading a book and you have to be in the light to see it. I feel like I would enjoy that, but yeah, I guess that's when I really realized that I like having the actual book in my hands, and I love the way it smells. I love the artwork. I love just the like extra, just I don't know, just having the actual thing in my hands. Really like that. And I have been collecting. Well, I wasn't really hardcore collecting, I guess. CDs when I was younger. I definitely got a handful of CDs when I was younger. Probably in like elementary school and such. My dad had some CDs that he had. I remember he had this little closet at his house, and like it was kind of buried in the back because they didn't really listen to him much anymore. But there's like this little shelf. Actually, this shelf that I have right here that I actually keep my cassette tapes on now. It was just filled up with his old CDs that he had back there. And I remember like every once in a while just being like intrigued and wanting to go in there, just like dig back in there and see what CDs he had, and that was exciting to me. And then I really think that started clicking once again at like the end of high school. I was really interested in that when I was getting like more into like classic rock and stuff, like getting back into just rock music in general, because I just was mostly listening to just hip hop and like popular music throughout my high school time. But yeah, I remember going through that and that just being really exciting to me. And I always just like, especially with physical music, I just love having the physical, just like the whole kind of package, I guess. It's really awesome to just have it in your hands, and I just always kind of like fascinated by the disc and the booklets and being able to read the booklet and see the extra stuff that the artist wants you to see. There could be some cool pictures in there. There could be the lyric sheets, all type of stuff. That's really neat. And I guess I kind of progressed later on, and I started collecting records, vinyl, and I like was holding off for a long time, so I had started to collect more CDs again in those years, and then I decided to finally just take the leap. I was just interested in like records and stuff, and I just never just really took the leap and didn't really know much about them, and I just started like researching them a lot and being interested in them, and then I just got hooked, and I just started buying all my favorite things. Bought way too much too early. That's usually what happens a lot with when it comes to things like that, such as like tattoos and such. People get sucked in really quickly, and that definitely happened to me. But I really liked learning about that and getting into that, and it's just like really wanted it too, because it's just like a big thing that really sold me on it was having just the physical artwork and just like this big piece of artwork that really like that's really what I wanted. Like at first I was like, oh, I'm gonna get my favorite album artworks mostly on record, on vinyl, and just so I can like look at the amazing artwork, and that was a big selling point of me to getting into those. But then like I kind of got intrigued by just like the way you're supposed to take care of the records. Like that's like out of any physical music media, physical media, I'd say taking care of records is probably the most intense. You really just like make sure they're cleaned off. You have to clean them if they're all messed up and they can get dirty, and for the playback to sound the best, you want to get all the stuff off of it before you play it. And yeah, just so much can go into it. Just like the tiniest little scratch can add so much surface noise, and just like your fingerprints, you don't want to touch the playing surface. You want to have all these special sleeves to protect the records, and so it was just really kind of cool to me, and I really got into that stuff. And yeah, I kind of went down that road. I was mostly just looking for records for a while. I wasn't really listening to CDs much anymore, and or like buying CDs and such anymore as much. Still buying some here and there. And then I guess that progressed even more when I started collecting cassette tapes, and that was another thing that like took me a while. Like I was like always like interested in getting and buying them and getting into them, but I just never really did until like the beginning of 2023, when I started getting them at like live shows that I go to. Like I was like, I was gonna pick up this tape from this small band that was playing tonight. I thought that was really kind of a neat thing. And I guess I could probably make another video about this, but I like having certain music on certain formats as well. I kind of figured out like a system for myself with that now, like what I want on certain things, and we got that hammered down for the most part. But yeah, that kind of shows like the physical like DVDs and stuff, or not DVDs. I was going to get into that next, but the physical music and stuff, that was where that kind of was going, and that's kind of how that's progressed to now. And I've like backed down on, I'm not buying a ton of music anymore. It's just kind of overwhelming. I want to be able to listen to all of it, and yeah, that's a whole nother thing I've kind of talked about before. But other physical stuff that I like to collect, I still like to get DVDs and stuff. As you can see here, I have the movie Oppenheimer that was released last year, 2023. So honestly, it was probably this movie. I just really liked it a lot. When I went and saw it in theaters, it really just pulled me in, and I thought it was really interesting. It was really well done. Yeah, so I bought this actually pretty recently, a DVD I bought in 2024 of a movie that came out in 2023. But yeah, and this is, I guess, another thing that goes into like the physical media is just like nostalgic to me in a way, I guess. Like when I was a kid, and my parents would have DVDs around, they would have VHS tapes around, which I'll get into. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, there's just something about the physical media. I just love it. It's just cool having the disc, and it just like that, just, I guess, like all that information and data and stuff is like on this disc here. It's like somehow put into here, and then a machine can read it, and it just plays this like either music or just some type of like visual thing. And it's just I guess it's intriguing to me in a way. It's just really cool, I guess, just have these discs that play entertainment out of them, and I can just watch this as many times as I want to. It's just don't need an internet connection. Just need something to play it on, obviously, which is less convenient, obviously, in ways if you don't have something like that. But yeah, it's I don't know. I just love having the DVDs, and I have some of my favorite movies on DVD, and I might make a video about that as well, going through the few DVDs that I do have. Probably have like 20 to 30, maybe something like that. A few box sets of things as well. So I probably will make a video about that. So I just like talking about physical media, having my physical media, showing people my physical media. It's just really great. But I also grew up with VHS tapes, and I have this one right here. This is actually a skateboarding video, skateboarding tape. It's called the brand Baker. It's a skateboarding company that makes actual skateboards, decks, and I remember when I was a kid and I used to go to skate shops. I was really big into skateboarding early 2000s, and I remember always seeing this in the shops and just being intrigued, and people say it's one of the best skateboarding videos ever created, and it really, I can see that for sure. This came out sometime in the early 2000s, I believe. I forget which year. It says 05, I guess, right here. Baker Skateboards 2005. But just having, this is a big thing. I think it's good to have for this particular video specifically, is Baker like went a long time with like even into the new age of just like new cameras and such, and like the 4K and stuff. They wanted to still go with like the old, like, I forget what the exact name is, with like using the old like cameras and stuff and like gritty footage, and that was just like a part of their brand, I guess. And so that's why it's cool to have this on VHS. Or so just like there's just a lot of character to it, I guess, just like gritty kind of stuff. And it's kind of goes with like some of the music and stuff too, like the more like polished and like more just like mainstream music you're probably like you're gonna have on like vinyl or like a CD or something to an extent, and then like the more like gritty like underground stuff you're gonna get like a tape, because it's like it's easier for people to release tapes when it's like underground, and like it doesn't take a lot to get the tape out, but make a tape. But yeah, back to VHS, I just think it's really neat. I just remember having these tapes when I was a kid too. I had like some Scooby-Doo stuff that my parents used to put on the VCR that we had when I was very young, and I had like SpongeBob, and had like just a bunch of little things I used to enjoy watching. And then there's actually some like home footage on some of the tapes as well, and those are all pretty cool stuff. But yeah, I guess like the only other thing I could really talk about physical media that I actually somewhat still collect, and that would be video games. I feel like if there's a new video game that comes out, I'm gonna want to. I'll probably get a physical version of it. Obviously, you can download stuff onto your console, and I'm sure a lot of people mostly do that now. But I still enjoy having the physical copy. And I have this Minecraft thing here. It's not a disc, obviously. It's for the Switch. It's got the little like bite-sized, teeny little thing. But I've always loved having the physical of this too, and just having it's just like why I like all the other physical stuff. It's just I like having it in my hand. I like just having to being able to see the artwork, and it's just exciting. It was just exciting to go to the store and get this. And Minecraft's one of my favorite games of all time. Kind of talked about that before too, but I still have like my old like PlayStation 2, some PlayStation 2 games. Might even want to like buy some old like, I have a lot of the discs, but I don't have the actual like cases for them anymore. I could like get the cases online. That's something I'm interested in doing. But just for some of the old games I used to play. But I still have a bunch of my old Xbox 360 games as well. I have most of those still in the case. Sitting over there. And I kind of went over that in my past video, when I did a tour of my new music room that I have here. Saw some of my physical stuff there. But yeah, this kind of wraps up where I am, and I have like a few little physical things here. Is the album that came out this year. Actually, I kind of tried to get some stuff that was more modern, and obviously Baker isn't very modern, but just kind of showing some more modern things that I actually have on physical media. And this is an album by a band called Knoll that actually came out this year. I really liked the slipcase it had on it, and then you have the actual tape, and it's pretty cool stuff. And I just like the actual tape. I think the tape is pretty neat, and the way they present it and stuff, and it's just a neat thing to have. And it's like been cool to just see how it actually works. Like when you like feed the tape goes through here and gets read off of it by a machine. It's just, once again, just kind of neat to me. And then obviously you can like take the actual media out, and you can see the there's some lyrics in here. You probably can't see them very well right there, but he's kind of, like I said, I kind of got the whole package here in a way. There's some really cool ones that I have over here of my other tapes and other just physical stuff. It just comes with some really cool artwork and stuff. I'm just a big kind of art person, I guess, in a way. I just love artwork, and I love having physical artwork. It's never like a wasted thing for me. And I got this CD here. This came out last year. It's one of my favorite album of the year last year. It's by an artist named Yule, and it's called Soft Scars. I wanted to show this one off in particular because it is fairly new, and there's just a unique kind of CD case here. It's not your typical jewel case, and it's just got some cool artwork on it, and kind of have to like push this button on the side here to like open it up. And then once again, just cool artwork, and just the disc, the physical disc is neat to have. And the booklet and all. I don't really want to take the booklet out right now, but you get the drift. And right here I have this Dungeon Synth zine that I picked up from my friend who has a local record label. He got this imported from somewhere in Europe. I think this guy is from Poland or something that makes this. But it's just really neat, and just kind of just shows I like having physical books and such. And this just is cool. It just has a bunch of like interviews and stuff that go on here, and other artwork and stuff, and just like advertisements, just like kind of like a magazine. But I enjoy like just having the physical and reading it, and just some cool stuff here. And actually kind of want to see if I can find it real quick. Might take me too long. Don't want to make it too long here, but here it is. This is my friend's record label right here. Had a little advertisement in this one, which is cool. Something I can always look back on as well. Just something that's really neat to have. And that's another thing, physical media is just gonna last forever. Like I said, something that people talk about too within it, like, oh, the internet's gonna go down, you're gonna lose all the data, it's gonna just be gone. You won't have the physical stuff anymore, and you won't be able to watch it anymore or listen to it anymore. And I guess, yeah, like I'm not too worried about that happening, honestly, but I mean, yes, it could happen. And that's kind of why I want to have my favorite stuff and have some of my physical stuff as well, so I would be able to watch this thing as long as I have honestly, if I think if the internet goes to shit, then I think like electricity would probably go to shit too. So it's not like I'd be able to watch it on anything either, but I could have the memories at least, be able to see the things. But the last thing I want to show here is this record that I have by Kim Gordon. I actually just got this recently. It's the most recent vinyl I picked up. But it's one of my favorite albums of the year so far. But it's just a cool record, and I just like it shows the cool like artwork that comes with it, and it's got the lyrics on it and such. The little lyric sheet here, this other artwork. It's just nice to have the physical, and just like the disc is cool, and you can see just all the things. people who collect things know it's just nice to have. It's just sit here and just look at these things and just like pull them out and look at them. It's just pleasurable to me, I guess. I guess people look at it as junk, and like, yes, like I understand, like but it's not junk if you enjoy having it, and it's something you like, and something that means something to you. And that's kind of where I am with things, and that's why I like collecting physical things, even though yes, it can be overwhelming to me, because I am somewhat of a minimalist at heart and don't like having a lot of things. But when it comes to things I love like this, and certain media that I love, I think it's definitely worth having just a small collection of things that I really like and enjoy. Yeah, that's kind of sums up this video here. That's kind of why I like to collect physical media in this day and age, when streaming is so big, and like I said, I'm not against streaming or anything. I still use a streaming service to stream music. It's a great way to find new music, find new shows, anything. Like you might find your new favorite thing. Is a great way to just explore things. But when it comes to like having the core stuff that you love the most, I think it's really great. It's a great way to really support the artist, especially within music. And the best way to definitely support them is not streaming their stuff, because I mean, yes, they make some money off of it, but the streaming is fucked, and just the whole system is fucked. We all know that, but still the best way is to support them by buying their physical merchandise and such, or just honestly just buying a digital download from them online can help them a lot too. Just give them the money. But yeah, I guess that's something I would do if I was rich too. Like if I have a ton of money and could just spend a lot of money, I would be supporting artists that I love by buying their things. And it's something I believe in too, I guess. Want people to be able to make a living off of the stuff, the incredible art that they make in this world, and really appreciate the art they make. So my favorite people, my favorite artists, I just like keep them going in life, I guess. Just music is just such an incredible thing to me, and other media can just hit us so hard, I guess. It's great to have that. But yeah, I think that's kind of all I have to say here on this subject. I thought it'd be a fun video to make, and I've got my new kind of setup here that I'm pretty excited about. First video filming in my new spot here. I thought it would be a good one to do. And but yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna end on the video here as usual. I want to ask you guys to comment down below if tell me why you like collecting physical media, why you don't like collecting physical media. What are your thoughts on all of this? And yeah, I always like to hear what people have to say. And Bowie's unhappy. I need to end this video very soon because she's not happy right now. I'm not giving her attention. But also, to end out the video, I'd like you to support my friends here on the side if you can. I'll put the links in the description like I always do. And yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.